funds?
Yeah, we've got a few farmers that are a bit worried about what tax they've had in the past, and in particular missed payments or the tax they've got to pay in the future. So they're coming to us and sort of saying, well, what do we do about our funding options? Obviously the first option would be to have a look at the bank, but it's not necessarily the best now. We find they're taking a tighter line on actually funding tax payments and raising questions about why do you not be able to afford the tax, what have you done wrong, where's the money going? So there's a couple of options around it. The best one is actually use a tax intermediary. So this is someone that you arrange sort of finance with, and then they pay the tax to IRD on your behalf. It doesn't involve the bank, there's no security required, and basically it's just a contract to pay some tax in the future with them.
So how does it work? You give them a whole lot of money and then they pay
Well,
it?
you don't even have to give them a whole lot of money up front. There's a couple of different ways of doing it. So if you've missed payments in the past, you basically say to them, I'm going to buy some tax off you, and they charge you a bit of interest, you pay that plus some tax, and they backdate it to when you missed your payments. So you can get rid of your IRD penalties and interest and things like that. So you're making a bit of a saving there. There is an interest cost, but it's far cheaper than what IRD actually charge.
Yeah.
And you don't have the penalties. So that's a big saving, especially with the way that IRD charge them.
So it's basically borrowing.
Yeah, that's a sort of a form of borrowing there. The other one is basically tax pooling. So you agree with the intermediary that at some point in the future you're going to pay them a lump of tax. They could make you pay an upfront interest cost, and then they go and arrange with IRD a payment on your behalf, so they fund it, and it sits in a trust account until you pay them the money, and then it automatically goes into your tax account with IRD as if you paid it on time.
Trust accounts. A lot of people swallow hard when you mention trust accounts.
And normally you would, but this is a very legit set up with IRD. It's managed by an independent trustee. There's nothing that can go wrong. It's been around for years, and we've got a few that have used it and found it very, very successful. So it's perfect for those people, they've got suddenly a provisional tax bill coming up, say, 20, 30,000, no cash to pay it. Instead of having to go to the bank and sort of argue with them and potentially affect future funding and go through all the credit checks, you can just go to this crowd and say, look, we want 20,000 now, and I'm going to pay it when my money comes in, say January,
from
February.
The wall check.
Yeah. So you can time it to actually match when you've got the cash in your account, rather than sort of scrambling to find it when you don't have it.
And it's obviously a bit cheaper than an overdraft.
Oh, far cheaper. Yep, the interest rates are very, very good on it. And it's very easy to arrange. You just give your accountant a call and say, look, I've got a bit of strife here. Can we get some tax financing in place? And they can just do it on your behalf. And it can be done sort of same day even.
Communication, isn't it amazing?
Yeah, indeed.